I was the third one they called. Everybody had turned him down because of the medical issues. And I actually turned him down, but then changed my mind. And he was in the hospital 205 days when the call came to us. He was born early, a drug baby, just had all kinds of medical issues. He was born without an anus, so he had a colostomy bag, feeding tube, oxygen, heart monitors. He had it, and they had to train us for some things, which we did in his room at Children's. He has a hard time, like look at working his Lego. He can get very frustrated if he get the pieces to go in where they need to go. He can't stay up with kids his age. He's in special needs preschool. He's been in special needs preschool for 3 years. He's had a lot of OT, a lot of PT, a lot of speech. He has a hard time communicating. All his fingers were fused together. They were on top of each other. He was missing his thumb. They took skin off his stomach to make his thumb. And that's of course when he got the infection and had to come home with the wound back. And his fingers, they were all fused together and they separated them. He's had about 3 surgeries on his hands. Stand. Well, I'll help you in a minute, so as we get done showing you your foot. Show me your foot. Tell me about your bracelet. Where do we get those bracelets? Florida? Tell me how many years they've been on there. Say 2 years.
No.
For these toes, he's missing one. They're fused together. He'll end up losing this little toe. When it starts rubbing shoes and leaving places on his foot, they'll have to take it off. With this foot being longer and skinnier and this one wider, it's making his spine go crooked, so he'll have to have back surgery. Every 3 months we have to go have his spine x-rayed.
So we are trying to hit this as hard as we can and force the drug companies to make some changes. Because if they don't, it's not going to stop. I mean, these children are just going to be damaged and damaged and damaged, and has to stop there.
You want to sing your Humpty Dumpty song? Finish it. It's probably hard for you guys to understand him, but I mean, we don't all understand what the drugs can do and the effects. And I mean, he's going to have a lifetime of surgeries and problems, and some of it will be covered, some of it isn't.
The children of our lawsuit, I think that one of the criteria is that the birth mother had to have had a valid prescription for themselves.
Yes.
It's not a situation where they could, it's not a street drugs. I mean, there's criteria, so they had to have a valid prescription for the birth mother.
It's a very hard situation. You have to be there, but the way I look at it, God forgave me, so I have to forgive her. And she says she's been clean, so you hope and pray they are. And I've told Liam, he knows who Mommy Holly is. Who's Mommy Holly? You want to tell him who Mommy Holly is? Tell him who Mommy Holly is. She carried him in her belly.